The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
Had there ever been any like plans or thoughts to take it national? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I went to MTV before they did Yo MTV Raps.
Wow.
And I told them, I said, look, y'all got to do a hip hop show, like I'm ready. Like, it's hot, it's popping.
Yeah.
And they were like, nah, you don't understand. The rest of the country, like New York is into it, Cali is into it, but the rest of the country's not really with the hip hop yet. So this was like 86. And I was like, nah, that can't be right, because there's kids in Chicago making music now. There's kids in Atlanta making music now, in Detroit, DC. I don't get it. Y'all can't be right. And they were like, nah, you don't understand, Ralph, da, 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 da. And I said, all right, I disagree. And y'all could be ahead of the curve real early. And then a year later, almost 2 years later, they started Yo MTV Raps.
Fast Five Freddy.
They pretty much took your idea, basically.
Yeah. I mean, that's all they watched. That was the
blueprint.
The blueprint for what, because everybody that produced that show was in New York. And then they got Freddie Fab is like a blueprint in the community. So they got the right guys. They got Ed and Dre, Dre is from my neighborhood in Queens. Ed is from my neighborhood in Queens. And so I knew Ed, but I didn't know that he was into the music like that. I knew he used to be rolling with a couple of sound systems and stuff.
Right.
But he was really, like they brought a whole nother level of entertainment to it, where I was more like, like this is it, the music box, this is new music, like I was more like an informative type of dude,
Yeah. I saw him just recently talk about, mention you on, I think it was on Vlad, in fact.
Okay.
Hey, Lover, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So then after that run, because we went from 84 to 95.
Yeah.
What did you transition into?
I mean, we continued to do what we were doing with the music. Also what was happening in there by 86, 87, 88, my partner and I, Lionel Martin, the vid kid on the show.
Big kid, yeah.
Yeah, we started making videos.
Okay.
So we were like, watching some of the videos that were coming out, and we were like, yo, who did this video? Like, I don't feel like they caught the right essence of what was going on right here.
Right.
But we never made videos before. I could tell you how to make a local TV show, but I didn't know nothing about making a video. So we learned how to make videos, because videos at that time were shot in film. And we learned how to make videos, and then we went on to the first video we did was for the first hip hop video we did was for Roxanne Shante, Roxanne's Revenge.
Yeah.
Now it was already a hit. This is like back in the days, they didn't make the video like the same time the record came out.
Right.
They waited to see how the sales was gonna go. Okay, we made some money. Now let's make a video. So it might have been 6 months or so the record's out already. Then they're gonna make the video. So we did the video for Shante. Cold Chillin' Records, they loved it. They were like, yo, we got another artist named Biz Markie. They came to us with Biz Markie. We did all of the Biz Markie videos. Any Biz Markie video, up to maybe one or two that we didn't do. We did Just a Friend, Vapors. We did all of that.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they came, we got this other artist, Big Daddy Kane. And then we did Ain't No Half Steppin' and all of those videos.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of, just kept going. And then, in the 90s, I did Wu-Tang Cream. For Wu-Tang. I did Nas, It Ain't Hard to Tell. Those were, big songs for those artists. So it was I did all the X-Clan videos, late 80s, early 90s.
With the keys, sucker.
Yeah. We did Self-Destruction.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we did that.
Oh, that was the joint, man.
Yeah. So we did a lot of videos on the hip hop side and the R&B side, like the whole TLC first album, Belle Biv DeVoe first album, Boyz II Men whole first album. So it was a lot of work. And so during that time of, this music happening, we were also doing other things like the production, commercials,
right.
Wu-Tang Clan, St. Ives commercial. Like we were just doing all kinds of crazy shit. I did Juice. I'm one of the producers on Juice, the movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was back in what, 92?
That was 92, yeah.
192, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't you also produce Roxanne?
Right. So that's all based upon that first video that we did.
Wow.
Because the girl who was the executive producer on that, Mimi Valdez, says, Ralph, the first time I ever saw Roxanne Shante was on your show. I was a little girl. And she goes, I'm going to do a movie with her. Would you be interested in getting down? I said, yeah, absolutely. And so at the end of the movie, that's my footage that you see, like the credits is going in and she's kind of talking. And a couple of the scenes were based upon, you know, what we did when we first shot the video.
Wow.
You know, so, you know, we wanted to make sure we had the right, you know, speakers and turntables and things like that. You know, people, you know, the biggest thing with the Shantae movies that people wanted to have everybody in it. They wanted the whole Juice Crew in it. You know? And that was, the rights wasn't there to do the whole Juice Crew. It was only for Shantae.
So that's a full circle moment right there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's one of the most watched movies. This is what Netflix says. Most watched movies over and over again. Like people watch certain movies, you know, multiple times. That's one of the most multiple watched movies on Netflix to this day.
I mean, it's a dope joint. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't get a lot of stories about women in hip hop, you know, and I think that's.
I think we need a Latifah story, man.
Yeah, because Latifah is it. You know, Latifah. Absolutely. You know, just her story, where she comes from, you know, how she was maneuvering back then in Jersey. And New Jersey doesn't get a lot of props because, you know, for whatever reason, I guess people just think New York first. But Jersey is super talented artists, you know, like crazy talent over there.
Absolutely.
You know? And to this day, you know, I go to some showcases, I'm like, yo, where this person been at? Like, what are they doing? Like, and for whatever reason, I don't know, you know, why it's like that. But, you know, with her and Shakim, you know, her manager, and, you know, Day One dude with her, and then, you know, the Naughties and, you know, everything else that came from that, Janae, you know, all of the stuff that popped off from just that Flavor Unit thing,
Flavor Unit,